And good morning, and it's 8-ish, and I'm making breakfast. Coffee. Oh, let's do this. Oatmeal, coffee, and fresh orange juice. I love fresh orange juice. I love fresh orange juice. I just started having reasonably priced good oranges at the supermarket. Right. So, my life is very interesting in that it's finally balanced in chaos. It's every minute, every day. I have no idea where I'm going to stay, who I'm going to be with. Hey, John, try some of this.
Okay, I'm really sorry about that, but I might want to actually eat some substantial.
I'm making oatmeal. Try this, freshly squeezed orange juice.
Oh, okay.
Try it.
How's it? Oh, wow, thanks. I'm on video.
Yeah, it's my Give it a taste. Tell me.
I had a little breakdown.
Tell me what it tastes like.
I'm not even that hungry, but I want to. I feel like
Oatmeal.
Make myself eat to calm down.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
That's why I made it. Oatmeal. Try that. Give it a
Hey,
drink.
everybody.
Give it a drink.
How's it going?
Freshly squeezed orange juice.
Yeah.
Right there in your hand.
Oh man, I'm so full of water and oatmeal. I had oatmeal and water and lifted weights. I lifted weights first. Had oatmeal and water. I watched this guy. His name's Tom DeLauer. Have you seen him? Tom DeLauer. He's the #1 health and fitness guy. He's kind of on a little bit of steroids. He's like really ripped. And he's like strong, but he pretends that he did it naturally, which he probably was on one cycle steroids. And his advice was all this vegan stuff is his advice was all this vegan stuff is for wimps. He says, what are you just making that? His thing is that he said all the vegan stuff is for wimps. He said it causes testosterone to go down and sex drive to go down. And he says that soy is the 3 worst things for you if you want to get ripped and cut and buff or whatever. Or whatever he talks about, which is, being in good health and being like kind of a jerk, it seems. Because he says testosterone is really
pears,
good.
Cherries, and bananas.
But if you go overboard in testosterone, you can be thinking about sex. There's this guy that I saw on a plane, and it looked like he was looking at everybody's backside or everybody's
bunghole.
Yeah.
Bunghole.
He was
bunghole.
He would he had this girl next to him that looked perfect, but like she wasn't super young, but her face was like perfect.
Bunghole.
And her body was perfect, skinny. And it looked like she was just looking at her ass when she would bend over. And it was like,
ooh, bunghole.
It looked like he would go, yeah. And like he would have like he'd have like almost an orgasm right there in the plane
Bunghole.
with her, and if he wasn't looking at her ass,
Bunghole.
he was looking over to the left. He was looking over at everybody else's ass.
Ooh, bunghole.
Men, women, it was disgusting.
Dogs?
Disgusting.
Orangutans?
And
ooh, look at that. Yum, 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 yum.
I got this feeling like
Bunghole.
it looked like she gave me this look like he is raping me all the time.
Bunghole.
It was like so bad and horrible that she was stuck with him because he figured out a way to overpower her and force her to be with him all the time. And it was like she was his sex object everywhere they went.
And that's part of the problem with our culture.
Yeah, it was awful. It was like really sad. I was like,
everything is turned into a common denominator of monetization. Ooh, look at this. Freshly squeezed orange juice. Yum. Come on, John, give it a try. Here, let's toast. Here.
toast to what?
To doing what you want to do and making millions of dollars.
Well, I just want to have enough so I don't have to.
Okay, so making just enough.
I just want to have enough so I don't have to work as much.
Okay.
What do you? Let's do make a really good toast.
Okay, make the toast.
What are we gonna say for them to have?
Long life, friendship, and a sense of being and well-being in this crazy world that is just an illusion.
Oh. Okay, toast the camera too.
Oh.
You want to toast the camera? Toast them?
Mm-hmm. I did.
All right. That is just an illusion?
Yes.
Even though it seems so real.
Yep.
Because it's all we know. It appears to be all we know.
Pretty much. What do you think? Yummy?
Yeah, but I have like no appetite.
But this is freshly squeezed orange juice.
Do you think it'll make me normal to eat a bunch more food?
It'll calm me down a little bit. And I just made you right there. Oatmeal.
Yeah. No. Oh, I already had so much. I had all this oatmeal and water and milk with like no sugar. I lifted a bunch of weights first. Been up for hours since 5-something a.m.
What time did you get to
And I
sleep?
saw that dude that's like a bodybuilding. He's the #1 guy of today that helps people get in shape. But his thing, he had a new video. The 3 worst things to eat for.
So you're not gonna eat this, right?
You can eat it.
Okay.
I can't eat it.
Okay.
I had a lot of oatmeal.
There's another thing of oatmeal I'm gonna make later.
I almost want to eat meat because some of the things he was
Okay,
saying,
I'll make.
I think can help the brain.
Okay, I got
After though,
right here.
Forget that he was against flaxseed. He was against soy, but it's because the GMO people tried to take over soy.
Oh yeah.
Monsanto pretty much tried to have the new patent on all soy to turn it into that horrible
Chicken. Just chicken. Just meat. Just meat, John.
What they did to corn.
Just chicken. Chicken meat.
Corn syrup.
Yep.
They try to have the new patent on what makes corn and what makes soy.
Oh.
It's so hard to find genuinely organic soy now.
Oh, yep.
It's so hard.
Monsanto.
Yeah, it's like when you drink it, it's their winds blew the chemical stuff into what creates their version of soy.
Yep.
So
And that
he admitted it in his video. That's why soy is bad and causes estrogen in men in most instances, because it's so hard to find true organic real soy that doesn't have the chemicals. It doesn't have the Monsanto stuff. He said flaxseed is bad, vegan thing, especially the non-fish oil one. He said the other things are, and he said alcohol is bad, which makes sense. Because when I was in shape last year, I didn't drink at all. I didn't drink at all. Alcohol gets rid of the muscle growth. It causes some fat gain. But here and there, the father of modern bodybuilding, Sandow, the guy that was really ripped in like the early 1900s, late 1800s, Sandow. You see those old pictures of him, like the old muscle guys, but he was cool. He was in really good shape. And he never had sugar. He never had coffee. He got all coffee out of his system, so he did it naturally with his natural energy. And here and there, he'd have alcohol.
Did you know that Toast and Kellogg, the cereals, with 2 different men who were bodybuilders, and they had their own little communities in
Kellogg.
Kellogg and Post, both. And they
Even Disney was in shape. Walt Disney. There's video of him with no shirt on in a pool with his family. He was in good shape.
Kyle Disney.
Oh, who knows what they believe in? Really? They found James Gunn's worst tweets ever and fired him. They are rich. They have tons of money. The CEO makes like 60 million a year.
100 million a year.
It's just like
More money than God.
even James Gunn, who's like the most popular director of today, of the new directors.
What did he do? The Warrior Galaxy guy?
Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy. They fired him because he said some weird tweet about pedophiles like 10 years ago. I can't eat anymore. It looks like it would taste really good, but I'm so full off of the vegan stuff.
Well,
but I understand when I ate meat, my arms right here, see, it's like they're not as strong because I've been eating vegan. I haven't told anyone, but I've been eating like vegan, some vegetarian, but I just like vegan. But right here, they're not as strong. When I was eating meat, my forearms got huge. It looked like I was on steroids with my. It was like it was amazing what the stuff that's in meat has a certain amino acid or essential proteins, something that vegan stuff just doesn't have that you can't get with the B6 and B12, the vitamin B supplements.
well, you know, John, everyone's different. You can't just.
It's really good for the body, but
Some people need meat, some people don't need meat. Everyone's different.
women can get away with vegetarian a lot better than men. I was a vegan for 14 years, pretty much.
So you're not going to drink this, right?
I never ate meat. No, I'm gonna drink that. Oh, you're gonna? Wait, you want to drink it?
Well, it's
I
standing.
can tell it's just gonna add sugar calories to it.
But it's fresh orange juice. Fresh.
Oh, it's not the.
No, it's I squeezed it right
It's
here in
not
front
the
of you.
grocery store one.
I squeezed it right in front of you. I bought orange. I bought this at Goodwill.
But here's
Goodwill sometimes
if
has
you
some
wanna-
great deals.
if you want to lose fat.
$1.
If you want to lose fat, there's an easy way to do it. All you have to do is have no carbs, no sugar, and little alcohol. That's it. And have higher protein if you're a man. Woman doesn't need as much. You can eat pretty much as much protein as you want.
I think that's called the Atkins diet.
And try to do some aerobic if you're eating more cholesterol, because that gets the cholesterol out of your system and helps your heart to deal with the higher cholesterol from the meat.
What gets it?
And then you'll be in excellent shape.
Yeah.
Almost all. I mean, it's just I could eat whatever I felt like. It was unbelievable. I had always struggled having a diet and stuff, and then when I used the weight training, which strengthens the tendons, the muscles, everything. Once you do it more and build up, and it makes the waist smaller. It literally gets you into shape.
Yep.
So to do that here and there, even if it's only like a day or 3 days a week, like 3 days a week.
Yep.
For 10, 15 minutes, that's all you have to do, and then just don't have sugar as much and carbs. And you can eat as much of the other stuff, as much chicken breast as you want.
I'm cooking up some chicken breast.
Yeah, you can do the vegan stuff too, beans. But you know, there's something about meat
That's
that
what we had
helps the
last
muscle.
night. We had a nice casserole. Wasn't that casserole good last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was all vegetables and rice.
Those guys that are in a really good shape, like really strong, and you can see like every muscle in their abs, like Rambo, like this new guy Doyle. He's the most ripped rock star to have ever lived. Doyle. He was in the Misfits. To get a body like, and he's a vegan. To get a body like that, they have to do one cycle of steroids at least. They don't overdo it and get those huge steroid guys. Those huge steroid guys do everything. They try all the different steroids. They do everything they can to get as huge as they can. That's when it really starts hurting their heart. There's people that did some steroids, not near as much as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and their heart's okay. They stay healthy. But I've never done the steroid stuff. But that's the thing. It's like figuring out. I guess it's okay to like have a little bit of fat for a man.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah, but I know a lot about that stuff, but I don't have a degree in it. I was gonna become a physical trainer a year or two ago, last year. I was in really good shape last year. I was gonna become a physical trainer, a personal trainer. It takes like a few months and you get the degree. I was starting to study up on it myself.
So you gotta know anatomy, right? And how muscles work.
Yeah. It was something I could have done and then I could still do. I haven't been working out as much though.
Yeah.
Like I had no sexual thoughts for over a week while I was with my family, was with my kids and her. I was at their house. I had no sexual thoughts. Even when she walked right past me in front of me, I just made myself not think about it out of respect for her. Instead of thinking about like, I was thinking about like that guy on the plane who was like his girlfriend. Yeah, butthole man.
Bunghole. 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 Bunghole.
Butthole man. Everywhere he looked, he was looking at everyone's asshole. It was crazy. He just went, yeah. And like he was like some dude looking porn star guy that was like 38 or something.
Bunghole.
He was looking at everyone's asshole, including his girlfriend. I was like, and I got this, she looked right at me and it was like, he's raping me all the time. It was terrible.
Bunghole.
I was going to try to get them to break up and her to go home with me and to save her from being trapped in a situation where he was using her all the time. I wouldn't even try to have sex with her for a long time just so she'd be okay, mentally get her okay again. Like she could have came over here and lived for free, but I just missed the opportunity, so she didn't. I was like, I just don't do stuff like that. Live in the moment and do some big thing. He lives more in the moment.
Bunghole.
Bunghole.
No, bunghole. Bungho. Bunghole.
Oh man,
It's Korean. Bunghole.
it is.
Yeah.
Bungho is
Bunghole.
Bunghole's Korean. No, Bungho.
Bunghole.
Bungho. No. But there's nothing wrong with saying those words. It's not like it's not even rated R. Is it rated R to say asshole?
Bunghole.
Some jerk. He was an asshole, and that's all he thought about was assholes. He'd look at everyone's ass, even dudes' asses, old, young. He didn't care. He was like looking at everybody's ass, and they're thinking about their asshole. He was like looking right at their assholes and stuff when they slightly bend over. He'd be like, they'd slightly bend over to get something. And he'd be like, ah. He was like a dude. He was like a porn star looking a 38-year-old. Or maybe he was like, I think he was 38.
So John, you've
Something
been up
like
here.
that, 42, 43.
You've been up here a good deal.
There's no way to know for sure, but it looked like he was.
Have you ever seen an
he was acting like he was
extraterrestrial?
having an orgasm every time somebody bent
You ever
over.
see a flying saucer?
And he was always on his girlfriend, who was right next to
Do you
him.
think there are ETs?
It was terrible to be that much into sex.
Bunghole.
It made me rethink how I had been doing things, looking at women online and trying to go out there here and there and stuff, do stuff that stuff that I can't even show online if a woman came over that I can't even say because I don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, like my ex-wife or somebody that I'm not really supposed to say because she's kind of ignored me for 7 years and now I have to keep it private. I can't be like some jerk that brings over these young women or something and be like, hey, or something. So I can't act like that, and I don't even want to do that. It's kind of wrong. Like I want somebody to love.
What is love, John? When you say someone to love, that's putting it into a
Non-selfish. Just genuine love, like from your chest, that chakra or whatever it's called, that love in your chest of God that sometimes people feel. Like for another human being.
right.
Like not wanting sex. necessarily, but just a love for him. And then if it's somebody I can hug and kiss and all that too, that's a woman, that's like the best. That's the best. But maybe that's why I'm not with anyone right now, because maybe I would go to sex more as like a way to escape all the problems and stuff, and I would think about it too much and want her to look, you know, I used to want Danica to look perfect, and I wanted to look. I would look perfect. I would, you know, that's what I would push. I had like we had to be perfect, look perfect, just so that like
Why?
it was like a fear in high school how they made fun of me, and I had to prove that there's no end to proving how much.
Then you let it go. You let it go. I mean, how long ago
valid
was high
person.
school? 20 years ago? 30 years ago?
It wasn't 30 years ago.
It was a while. So just forget about it.
That is really weird. Elementary school was, well, fifth or I don't know.
What was elementary school like?
Elementary school was pretty good. I was quiet. I was a quiet and shy kid, but I felt okay.
Oh.
Then my sister introduced me to all the glam rock and punk and heavy metal and all those bands. Started with glam rock and heavy metal stuff like Metallica or Poison and all that stuff like Poison.
What was the guys who dressed up like Japanese?
Kiss?
Kiss.
They were like a little older than my generation. I thought they were all right. I thought they were kind of cool, even though Gene Simmons seemed cool. But now it's like he must have had sex with thousands of women. He said he's had sex with thousands, I think.
Oh yeah.
And Mick Jagger had sex with thousands.
Different guys. Different music. But Gene Simmons was a high school teacher.
But the Rolling Stones were different from the Beatles.
Yep.
Rolling Stones were more like, yeah, let's have sex with a bunch of people, thousands of them. And,
no,
who cares?
Rolling Stones were about the money.
He was a business, yeah, exactly.
They were about the money.
He was a businessman.
Yeah, he went to Oxford and got a degree in economics. And he looked at it and said,
the Beatles they made that emotional music that was amazing. It's hard to believe they're so super rich.
They were working class, so they could identify. Mick Jagger wasn't working class. None of those Rolling Stone guys were. But they loved black Louisiana bottom music.
They did?
Hell yeah. I mean, that's their music. Straight up, Muddy Waters. You know who Muddy Waters is, right?
No. Muddy Waters.
Yeah, Muddy Waters is like the grandfather or the godfather, the OG of rock and roll, hip hop, glam music, metal, the works. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fresh orange juice, you can't beat it.
Yeah, no. Oh man. Looks like there's like
Looks like what?
This shirt.
Yeah, what
It's hard to like. See, it's like I just want to feel happy and confident about the way that I look. But this year, ever since our videos got big, I haven't been working out as much. Where did?
Oh man. Whew. Okay.
They didn't get that big, but they got fans.
And everyone loves you, John.
Once you left,
yep.
When you got that, whatever it was, you left.
I left. Yep.
And then the fans stopped watching as much, but they still watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, because there's those the old crone is still there.
It went from having like a lot of views per video to now having like 100 something or two, maybe a few hundred for my new videos in that 7 months since you left.
Yeah.
They haven't made as much money, but then my big old videos made a little money.
Mm-hmm.
Like my how to light your
pilot light.
That makes like 200 or 300 a month.
Well, it's winter, so people see that and want.
But that's all I do is those videos. That's my job, and it doesn't make like a ton of money. But I've been at it 20 or 30 years. I'm figuring out what to do next. which would be videos probably, but how to make money at it. That's the thing. My Ronald McDonald made a bunch of money. That made like $100,000 on her channel. It's called Rowan is Terrifying of Ronald McDonald. It was the #1 Ronald McDonald video in the world.
That's something to be.
It was the #1 Ronald McDonald video in the world for 2 years until right near the end it was slowing down. They painted the new Joker in Batman and the Joker movie, the first Joker movie. They painted his face exactly like Ronald McDonald. That's how big the whole thing's. It made it influential. It was like, I had the #1 Ronald McDonald video in the world, 51 million views in 2 years. It made 51 million views. It caught on right at that by a fluke or something, or I don't know why. Right at the time of the Clowns of the Woods.
The Clown Square.
My video only got 3.8 million views. This one got 51 million.
Right about the time the biggest clown
they painted
ran
the
for
Joker's
president.
face. Oh, was that at the?
That was right about the same time, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing. But it was kind of like, why did I have to be a clown? Like making a joke of, since I want to be funny, and that's my whole thing, was being funny, having a sense of humor and dramatic too. But instead, I got known for just a clown, where it had nothing to do with my acting ability, my ability to be funny. None of that was really in that video. It was just
Sure it was.
talking
You
like
were
this,
like Marcel
Ronald McDonald.
Marceau. You were a mime, you know. You were.
But it
in the
didn't
box,
showcase
you know?
any creative ability.
Oh, sure, it was creative.
Other than wearing a costume and showing up and talking like this.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. It was an homage to horror or something, like the horror guy Raka Raka on YouTube, who has all the crazy Ronald McDonald videos. He has tons of video of like hurting people, killing people, all this crazy stuff. And he talks like this in a high-pitched voice, come on, and shoots a machine gun or something crazy.
Raka Raka.
Yeah, his name is Raka Raka. He has like 700 million views or a billion views.
Why would anyone watch that? What can
It's
you
a
get out
horror
of
guy.
it?
He has family. He says, "Welcome to the Ronald McDonald family. We're all having sex," or something like crazy. It's like horrible and horrifying.
And McDonald's hasn't sued them?
No, it's like they left it on YouTube. I don't know why, but he can't put ads up on his videos, so he hardly makes any money. But it's really big and famous. But my video had even more views than his #1 Ronald McDonald video, and now I think it does again. But his was up for like 4 years, and mine was only up for 2, so it was getting more hits all the time. It got like 1 million views every few days at one point. Mine was the #1 Ronald McDonald video in the world, which is pretty cool. Considering Captain Kangaroo was Ronald McDonald, you told me the other day. Who else?
There was
He's one of the first Ronald McDonald's, Captain Kangaroo.
and also what's his name?
I was Ronald McDonald. I can put that on my acting resume. #1 Ronald McDonald actor in the world. But it didn't showcase any of my creative ability. It didn't showcase any of my creative ability, and I didn't get to keep the money for most of it. She kept almost all the money for it. It made like, I think, $100,000 if you include the subscribers. 51 million views if people do the math on how much money that made.
So how much did
It got me thousands of subscribers. Got me, just on my channel, I got like 4 million views.
how did
Or 7 million.
the old Irish Crone, that got what, 90,000?
Yeah, they got like 90,000 views. 80 or 90,000 views.
And that kind
But
of
that got us
monetized.
genuine fans that watch my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, it was like here and there I'd have a viral video that got really big or kind of big. Just my channel didn't get that big. They only got like low millions of views, and they wouldn't subscribe as much. I didn't have as many daily subscribers. They get like 100-something views on my videos. Here and there it would go up a lot, but when we were doing more of our videos, like the Joni Mitchell video, which is really good. That's another really good one. I edited a lot and put up.
My show on your channel.
Yeah, it should be its own channel. We can start a new channel of just you, or just you. We could have you and me. I was thinking of calling it something new, and then we could invite other people in. Somebody to come over from who's watching right now. They could come over and be in the videos.
Or they could just send us their
If one of you wants to come visit, talk to us, you can just come visit, hang out here. I'll take the stuff out of one of the bedrooms. You can stay in one of the bedrooms. If you want to be in the video, if somebody wants to be in the video, you know, he might not want to live close to something. If you just want to visit for a weekend and be in videos, hi. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let's see.
You can show
How much
your
is going
children.
on?
They can stay downstairs in the basement, or they can stay in the guest house. It's just to have some new people.
Well, that's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna say goodbye. Love you guys. Catch you later.
Bye.